Villains are a pesky lot. They're always trying to trap you or take over the world. But what if you could make them fight for good? Get them on your side. Well, that is the idea behind Skylanders Trap Team, and I've got Lou Studdard here to talk about just that. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about what's new about this one with Skylanders.
Yeah, absolutely. So Skylanders Trap Team, it's our new game for the year, developed by Toys for Bob. They're the guys who invented Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, this whole toys to life category. And what's cool is that they've taken this idea of bringing a toy to life, and they thought to themselves, what if we reverse it, and instead of bringing a toy to life, what if we figure a way to give life to a toy?
Cool.
And so what they've done is invented a new toy called a trap. And as you adventure through the game, you'll encounter a number of most wanted villains. If you defeat them, you use this trap to actually capture them, and it actually puts them in this toy. And so what was once just a villain in the game is now part of your trap team, which you can then put back in the portal and get to play as one of those villains.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's very cool. We're actually going to look at some of this B-roll footage right here. Now, is it the classic Skylanders characters? We've got some new ones as well.
Yeah, so what we actually have is a brand new class of Skylander called a Trap Master. And so our lore with the game is that our villain Chaos has unleashed these most wanted villains by busting them out of a place called Cloudcracker Prison.
Nice.
And it's made of Traptanium. And that Traptanium is what actually is what's powering the weapons of the Trap Masters, as well as the traps themselves. And so we have a brand new class, the Trap Masters here, each with their own big Traptanium weapons. I've got Wallop here, who's a big favorite of mine. But then on top of that, yeah, check them out. But then on top of that, we're actually supporting
so cute.
every single one of the toys we've ever released for the previous games.
Oh, awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah, so it's over 175, different Skylander toys that we have full support for. So you can imagine the development team's got a lot of work to do, but we want to make sure that, fans' collections are always useful every single year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And so here we actually have one of the villains. This is Pinata. You can
That's
see
so clever.
he is a pinata who actually barfs candy.
That's amazing.
And so what's cool about the villains is because you can actually find them through the game and you're trapping them in these traps, the team is able to create a whole bunch of different types of characters. They're not all like the traditional Skylander, who are usually the big heroic characters that you'll play as. We can go kind of crazy with them. So you can have a candy barfing pinata. We have a character called Broccoli Guy, who's a life mage, and he's a little piece of broccoli with a staff. And
you got candy, you gotta have broccoli, you gotta have good food.
We gotta cover the parents and we gotta cover the kids.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You're like, I will play with the broccoli toy if I get to play with the candy barfing
I think that's the order. Play with your broccoli toy, and then afterwards.
Then you can have the candy barfing.
You can have a little bit of candy. Yeah.
That's awesome. And you actually have a very special Skylander that's available only here at E3, right?
Yeah, we actually have a special trap. And what's cool is that the game's not even out yet, and we're actually giving people the chance to get their hands on their own trap. And inside of it is an exclusive alt deco, that we call them, character called Riot Shield Shredder. And it's a villain that lives only in this trap for E3.
Wow.
And then when the game comes out, you can actually play as them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're giving these out at your booth?
Huh?
You're giving these out at your booth?
Yeah, we're giving them out at the Activision booth. So
all right, guys,
buy,
so if you want
play
to go get
Skylanders, you can get a Riot Shield Shredder.
That's very, very cool. So we actually have a release date for this. It's coming out in October?
Yeah, that's correct. So October 5th for North America, and then October 10th for Europe.
Great. And what comes in the starter pack when you get it?
Yeah, so what we're giving you is the brand new Traptanium portal, which is a completely redesigned portal that has a embedded speaker in it. So when you put your trap in there, you'll actually hear the audio transfer from the game to your living room, and you'll actually have the villain talk to you out of the portal, and they'll make comments throughout the entire experience, which is really fun.
Oh, that's so funny. So it's really interactive. So they're sitting there, talking back at you.
Exactly. So we have over 40 villains that you can find and capture in the game, and they'll actually have commentary if you have them in the portal and explore the world.
Wow.
And so you get the Traptanium portal, you get a Snapshot, who's another one of our Trap Masters. You get Food Fight, who's a core Skylander, who's an artichoke with a tomato launcher. It's another veggie for the
Another
parents.
veggie one, right. We got to eat the whole salad.
Exactly. And then you get two of the traps, And with those, you can actually capture 4 to 10 or 8 to 10 different villains in the game. So right out of the box, you're getting more characters than we've ever had in any of our starter packs.
That's amazing. All right, Lou, well, thank you so much for joining us here on the PlayStation Livecast. That's very exciting. Skylanders Trap Team is coming out October.
PlayStation